Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this. CNN, Trump to appear at CNN Town Hall in New Hampshire. Associated Press, CNN says Trump to appear in New Hampshire Town Hall. The Hill, Trump to sit for CNN Town Hall. Politico, Trump to sit down with CNN. An implicit insult at Fox News. The Guardian, CNN's planned town hall. With Donald Trump faces pushback. Ha ha ha! Of course it faces pushback. Anytime Trump is given a platform to communicate, of course there's opposition because his ideas on foreign policy and economic policy resonate. We had record low poverty with Trump. If you like Biden, go vote for Biden. I don't care. I've had friends disown me. I don't care who they vote for. I want record low poverty with Trump. I want the first president to step foot in North Korea. Doha Agreement, Abraham Accords, all of these great foreign policy accomplishments under Trump. We didn't have an invasion under Trump. We didn't have an invasion in Europe. And then you have these absurd rebuttals. Well, it was Biden that brought home. It was a May 1st, 2021 withdrawal. May 1st. Biden went long past that timeline, that agreed upon date. And that's why those 13 Americans should be alive today. Those over 100 Afghans should be alive today. This administration right now, run by Democrats, is a complete catastrophe, a failure. And that's being objective. You can say, well, it's not as an opinion. It's a failed administration. The thing is, people just don't. There are people who despise Trump so much, they'll deal with inflation at 6 to 8%. They'll deal with real wages down. They don't care. There's no Trump. The media, there are people who don't want an apoplectic media reaction, even if they like Trump. They just don't like his words, and he's mean. They'd rather have 90 seconds to midnight, according to the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, where we're actually talking about a nuclear confrontation. Objectively, if you draw just a T-chart, economy under Trump, economy under Biden, foreign policy under Trump, foreign policy under Biden, much better under Trump. 2019, we had record highs in household median income and a record low in poverty in the United States of America, with record lows in unemployment and real wages up. The opposite is taking place with Biden. And yeah, the unemployment's low. Why? Because Democratic governors said, oh yeah, you can work now. Gee, thanks so much. Anyway, CNN, he has to go on CNN. If you watch this channel, I have been saying for years, he has to get back on CNN. He has to get back on MSNBC. And CNN knows that it's not lucrative anymore to just obsess over Trump. We reached a point in this country of diminishing returns pertaining to how lucrative that is. There's no money anymore in obsessing over Trump because we have a failed presidency right now. Trump's presidency was actually very successful in terms of foreign policy and economic policy. Very successful. The world was safer. The economy was better. But media made it out, like media, Hollywood, the public relations machine against Trump, and really anyone that opposes Democrats. Twitter also is a huge component, a huge arrow for Democrats to just hurl at people, okay? Now Elon Musk has Twitter now. CNN is giving Trump a town hall. He's going to host a town hall, essentially. And, of course, you'll get questions from CNN. I mean, they feed questions. They've done that during the Democratic primaries, which are a complete theatrical performance, a farce. The Democrats don't have a primary. They have pure theater. Okay, they railroaded Bernie Sanders 2 primaries in a row. They pontificate about democracy and Trump and the Republic and Trump and the Constitution and Trump. And it's like they don't even have a functioning primary. When they were taken to court by some very courageous attorneys, they said in court, we don't have to have a functioning primary. DNC, Democratic Party lawyers said we don't have to have a functioning primary. So they just feed questions. They'll probably feed questions to Trump. It'll probably be like, Former President Trump, why were you such a bigoted, horrible, terrible president who tried to undermine democracy and have a romantic relationship with Putin? That's my question. That's probably what he's going to get. And then he'll be like, the good thing is that he'll be able to be like, it never happened. It was not a relationship. I mean, like, he'll be able to, if you want to talk about that kind of thing, go speak to Bill Clinton. Oh my goodness. Don't bring my name up. He'll be able to actually communicate to viewers who think he's this otherworldly monster from another time, from this portal into some kind of dystopian universe, which, by the way, you look at the country right now, every major city in this country is seeing things, especially run by Democrats, that we've never seen before. Or I should say, there are problems, crime, homelessness, vandalism, burglaries, robberies, all of these types of things that are taking place more now than they ever were during Trump's administration. Trump left with 2% inflation, and hit subscribe to this channel right now to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications. Go to hagoodman.com. Email me at contactgoodman88 to be part of a newsletter. And ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. I mean, this is the type of thing. And my super thanks is below next to the like and the share buttons. If you want to support my work, my Patreon is below. But this is the type of thing that Trump needs. He needs this. This is really, really awesome. This is fantastic news, and I'll explain. You might think, well, CNN, oh, who cares about that? I mean, you need Trump to do exactly what he did 6 years ago now, okay? 7 years ago now. He was on Joe Scarborough and Mika, and he was on, MSNBC, he was on CNN, he even had an interview with the CNN host, what's his name? All the CNN hosts, he was, even I think the New York Times did a write-up on him or interviewed him. You have to get, the only thing that Democrats have done is they've tried to create a Trump that doesn't exist. Is he perfect and wonderful? And no, but everyone loved him before he ran for president. Everyone loved him. And all those liberal Democrats who despised Trump, who disowned friends and family for voting for Trump, they would have embraced his rear end had they seen him at a party. Could you imagine? Think right now of a person who despises Donald Trump, who's a liberal Democrat. Now, rewind, go back in time 8 years when The Apprentice was on, and imagine that person at like a wedding or some kind of get together, and then Donald Trump shows up in 2015 or 2014 and 2013 and 2012 to that person's wedding or get together or whatever family event. Oh my God, they would have embraced his rear end or whatever, conference or big celebration someplace. They would have embraced his rear end. Why don't they like him now? Because there's a great deal of tribalism. There's a great deal of, it's a religion. Being a Democrat is a religion to almost half the country, or half the country, let's say. Trump will always get almost half the electorate, even with blue states and the populist blue states going for the Democrat. Okay? When Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is a huge inspiration to me, and when he says something that makes no sense, that says, well, we've seen how he did Trump, and he's not a good president, and, I don't like Biden, but, Trump, someone should tell Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is an, amazing inspiration to everybody, that we had record low poverty, Arnold. Record low poverty under Trump in 2019. My God almighty, what's wrong with that? We had record highs in household median income in 2019. We didn't have an invasion in Europe with Trump. We had the Doha Agreement, Abraham Accords. First president to step foot in North Korea. He brought Americans home. He's the antithesis of an authoritarian or despot Trump. The media and intel agencies and all, they're all leveled at him. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Wow, CNN and Trump, give me your thoughts. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. I'll be back in an hour.